Does this remind you of New Guinea?
I think the water was pretty clean in New Guinea.
Are you curious about water features, or have you been thinking about putting in one, a natural pond like this, or any type of water feature? Are you wondering how much maintenance does it take, and will it be expensive to do? Will it be just too hard to maintain on my own? How do I generally do it, especially if you want fish like we have in our pond? I'm Susie Dingle, writer, garden coach, and landscape designer, bringing you inspiration and information to help you enjoy and better utilize and improve your outdoor space. Keep watching, and I'll bring you the tips and tricks that I've learned over the years for a lower maintenance and lower cost water feature. This isn't meant to be a full tutorial on how to maintain a garden, but it will at least get you thinking about, these are some of the considerations of having an actual water feature. This water feature is about 11 years old, and it has not been completely overhauled at any point. We've done a little maintenance here and there. We have to work with the plants that are growing in the pond and making correction on the sides from time to time to make sure the water isn't leaking out, cleaning out the pump, that sort of thing, and tending to the fish, and especially keeping the environment in the pond healthy for both the plants and the fish. The main plant you see behind me with the big leaves is a Pacific Northwest native. It's called Darmera. I can't say enough good things about it, even though it is a prolific plant. I don't mind the hard work that this particular plant takes because the results are just so spectacular in all but the middle of winter when it completely dies down. Every other time of the year it is spectacular, and the fish like it too.
We've turned the pond off because it is not functioning well right now. The water flow isn't working too well, and that's because it's probably all clogged up. The stream is not running. The fish are in there somewhere, and we are going to start cutting this back and seeing if we can loosen up the flow. This is a year, every year or every couple years we have to do this. There's the head gardener, my husband. The amount of foliage over this pond is actually really good. It has a lot of coverage. You don't want to have too much of your pond exposed, and also it gives the fish a lot of good hiding places. There are, however, too many leaves in it, decaying at the moment, and the roots are starting to encroach on the actual volume of the water, the pond itself. So we're going to reduce those.
Thinking about freeing up the water so that it goes into the pump so that we can turn on the pond again and get the dirty water to filter through. It'll get dirty when I start walking around in there.
Okay.
And so I want to keep it as clean as possible for the fish that are in there.
So let's go clear out the pump first and then go to next step.
Yeah.
Down in here is the pump reservoir. This is where we're looking at cleaning out so the water can flow into the pump more easily, the chamber. This big patch of Darmera also has in it some horsetail that I pulled out, and a few morning glory, and then some papyrus. But what it does is it grows down into the pond, fibrous roots, and then it also has these rhizomes right there. You can see them, big, muscular looking things. That's what the stems come out of. But boy, their fibrous roots go way down into the pond. So I pulled them out, got them off of the bottom of the pond, and I made a hiding place for the fish underneath this patch. So really, this patch here is just sort of floating on top, and underneath is a big shelf where the fish can go in and hide underneath. There, goes in about 18 inches. They'll like that come this winter. The bottom of the lid looks pretty good. Usually has slugs on it, but we got rid of a bunch of them about a month ago. This is all looking better. Cleared out the hole right here. So now, hey, hello. And the channel. Here is the brush that went in the pond reservoir, and it's been cleaned off now, but this was completely black, and in this tube were a bunch of slugs. Yep. Looking good now. This thing is 11 years old. Okay, you're going to slip that back in. Checking to make sure there's no fishies in there. Now that's the net. The net that's...
Oh my god, this size of that slug.
Where? Oh my, we need to clean that off. What kind of slug? Oh! Okay, can you show that to the kind people, all the interested viewers?
Wow, isn't that artistic?
Oh,
Like the center of a flower.
Would you like to hold it up since I don't want to do a zoomie? Okay, keep coming. Keep coming. Come here, slug. Okay, that is the clean net, I see.
Almost clean. It's got a little bit more dirt on it. You know what? I actually should spray this off.
I'll work on the stream part while you're doing that. Before we start up the water, we need to get rid of some of these fibrous roots down here to give a little more volume and room in the stream. These roots have been encroaching on the sides of the stream. Then we'll turn on the water. Making some headway. The Darmera roots were clogging up this channel so much so that it raised the bottom of the stream, and that probably was responsible in part, if not in full, for causing the water to leak out over the edges. We'll still want to glue down a seam over there, but I think this might have done it. Now we're going to get a big patch of Darmera out of the pond. Okay, Dan's working on getting this giant patch out. And what did you find in there, you said?
Some hornets.
How many?
I think I saw 3 of them in there.
Do you think there's an actual nest in there?
I don't think so.
Underneath that mass of Darmera root is a stone, a pretty sizable stone. So we're going to reveal it. We're going to reveal it. grabby little things, aren't they?
Yeah.
I'm going to hand Dan a knife. I trust him with this. This is just a chef mate, just a serrated knife that I've used for years in the garden to cut mostly grasses. You're just going to be super careful not to cut the liner, which there is none of in that area. This is what a Darmera rhizome looks like there. And what a wonderful, this would make a wonderful start little piece to put in a pot and then give away to somebody so they too can struggle like this in the future. Okay. Bold doing it down there, although the liner is way far underneath the rocks, so. Do you want my help? Should I put the camera down?
Maybe I could use a hand, yeah. Pulling it back.
Applause, a hand. All right, I'll be right there. Right
We can
there.
get it all as one mat.
Yes.
Ready?
I am ready. Are you ready? We have cut it, pulled it.
2, heave. Oh, I'm so strong that I can just lift it like a suitcase.
Ta-da! There be the rock. Yes, Dan, you were right. It used the rock to support itself as it grew out over it. We have our sitting rock again.
That's a huge bald face hornet. Nasty.
Where? Can you point?
Right over there. That might be. I don't think it's a nest, but he's in there doing something.
Huh. Guess we'll find out. Here's the plan. If it comes after us, you throw water on it and I'll run. Shoo, hornet. Just trying to get the long pieces that have flopped over into the pond. They'd be dying soon anyway. Might as well get them out. See any fish?
They are in hiding.
They're going to be so happy.
That's deep. Oh.
That's good for the fishies.
Should I cut just the edge of the Darmera off here?
No. There you go, on the bottom. Just the papyrus. I think we need to give a good citizenship award, Dan, to this rush, this juncus right here. This is the Quartz Creek. And it has played so nice. It stays right here on this side. It's hardly increased at all. It's been a very nice neighbor.
Oh, the fish are right near me. They're right over here. Oh, I'm touching it, honey. Oh, they're near my legs. I think we should turn on the water and clear it up so they can breathe.
This is a hawthorn. It's a tree and it is growing in the stream. Hopefully it has not punctured the liner. It got away from me. I think the leaves were so similar to the columbine over there that I just didn't track it. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's punctured the liner at all. Does it feel like it's really on top of it?
Yeah, it's just coming up a mat of roots.
I think we're just gonna have to be brutal and pull it up no matter what comes with it. you're saying that we should just sacrifice this
We should
juncus?
the juncus
Junk the juncus.
and the hawthorn at the same time because the roots are completely intertwined. And we have a lot of the grass,
It's a juncus.
juncus.
The rush, yeah. Sedges have edges, rushes are round. What's that?
Juncus has
Rushes, it's a rush.
this round.
It's round.
So I'm gonna
Grasses
walk
have
this over
elbows
to
that
the
go to the ground.
recycle bin, the plant material bin.
I'll take a look at it before you throw it in. After a grueling surgery of about 30 seconds, I separated the juncus from the hawthorn and put the juncus back. It's basically just laying right on top of the liner, helping to protect the liner. So that's really good. There is the leaf of the columbine, and here is the leaf of the hawthorn. Obviously not the same. Susie, you are bluer, you are more green, bigger, smaller. But from a distance, you know, I can see how I thought they were. It was just a columbine growing in the pond. Still have to fix the side over there, get some rocks on it, or some other things to help protect the liner. Same here, this is really a steep side, and we have a piece of wood that has been there for 10 years. I might do more of that. I might use some other kind of just covering. Also had to use some of the roots to cover up this edge of the pond because the liner, it's so steep there. I have to figure out a different way to protect that side until we do a complete pond refashioning.
I hope that this overview answered your questions, or at least some of them, and that you found it helpful. If you're a gardener, adventurer, or just supporter and would like to help grow this channel, I would so appreciate it if you'd consider doing the clicky click thing, you know, subscribe, ring the bell, and like. Until next time, I'll be dreaming of you in the garden. Bye. Woo. Say bye-bye, Annie, to our nice people.